Hello there, and welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, just a smidgen of fancy tech. Just a group of women playing an all-original game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Jeff, your game master, and with all the sheep wandering the Dunemount, the four will have to watch out for landslides.
No, that one's funny.
That's like a rare full-on laugh. Good job.
Nice.
And I thought that was one of my weakest ones yet, so just goes to show I have no idea.
Lamb slides. Yeah, that was funny. I like that one.
Yeah, it was cute.
Nice.
Lamb slides. Okay,
All right.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Sure you are.
As long as I don't think about lamb slides anytime
Right.
soon.
You know, one of us is now going to try to get it.
Get me with a lamb slide later.
Well, you see the dune in the background there. Do you see how there's like a slide in it?
Like little fluffy butt trails?
That's
Yeah.
where the lambs slide.
Okay, lamb slides. All right, I'm fine. That was a good one.
All right.
I write it down. Lamb slides. What do you remember about last week's game? Nothing. Oh, lamb slides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of last week's game,
Oh yeah.
let me tell you what happened last time. Make sure everybody's ready to go for this week. After meeting once more with Chieftain Tef of the Firefly Oasis, Gwen set off to mend relations with her family. She visited her uncle Renald, who advised her on how to approach her grandfather. Gwen discovered that Theo was very upset with her, at least until he realized that she knew none of the familial rules, having not experienced a real family before coming to the Oasis. And so he forgave her and taught her how to fish. After learning that, he and Gwen return to the Delirious Traveler. Now, meanwhile, the rest of the group has been drinking coffee with Tef in the Delirious Traveler and mostly ignoring Athgarr. Aribell eventually leaves to get away from the silence and the tension, and shortly thereafter is met near the water by Gwen and Theo, and all three of them rejoin the rest of the group inside. Gwen introduces Theo to Athgarr as her grandfather, setting up a new tension, which results in Theo asking Athgarr outside to talk. This
Boys
is
and their-
opposed by Gwen and stopped by Aribell.
Yes.
Shortly afterwards, the four, Athgarr and Gaygo, depart for the Dunemount. 3 days into the journey, they caught up with the Jagravanan caravan, and the decision was made to go around them and cross the Dunemount ahead of them. Unfortunately, after reaching the plateau that is the top of the mount, a strange magical dissonance began to negatively affect Athgarr and Zorith, and especially Gaygo. After briefly seeking more information, the group decided to all go into Tasha's mansion to rest up before deciding what to do next. And the next morning is where we pick up the story.
I get up early and head down for breakfast.
Okay.
I get up and go downstairs for coffee and breakfast.
I should make one quick programming note. For whatever reason, Foundry is no longer saving window positions, so anytime I need to switch scenes, I'll have to reposition it. So just so you understand why it looks clunky tonight. There have been 2 updates to Foundry in the last week, and something's not right. So we'll do the best we can. So,
Merlin is also refusing to stay in position.
Gwen, if you would, make a perception check.
should do that, shouldn't I? Using the tools that I have for which perception checks can be rolled. Oopsies. Okay. That is a 27.
Okay. You hear, as you come down the stairs to the first floor, you hear soft snoring coming from the living room.
I check
Gaygo?
the living room.
Oh, I'm not down yet.
The soft snoring is coming from Athgarr, who is curled up in a ball on the rug in front of the fireplace.
I walk over and look at him more closely. Wasn't he in his own mansion last night?
No.
No, he
No.
was in this one, but we had a room for him.
So does he look unharmed?
Make an insight check.
23.
Having essentially grown up with him, you know a lot of his facial expressions. He somewhere between fear and anguish is what you see on his face right now.
I will smooth down his hair like I did when he was little. Like this.
Okay. The second that your hand comes in contact with his scalp, he screams, leaps up, and scrambles backwards. Eyes incredibly wide.
Just hold on. You're fine. You're in the mansion. Are you okay?
No. But I'll survive.
What happened?
It was a dream.
How did you get down here?
I never went up.
Why?
The fire was comforting.
You could have a fire in your own room.
I haven't been sleeping in a bed in weeks. I don't sleep well in beds.
Do you want to tell me why?
Mostly because where I was staying, it didn't feel right to crawl into them, so I would just make a fire, a low fire, and curl up on a rug in front of the fireplace.
Do you want to tell me what you've been doing? Because it has clearly affected you.
You don't want to know what I've been doing. You really
I
don't.
wouldn't have asked if I didn't.
It's because you don't know that you would ask. If you had any inkling, you wouldn't.
And I'm still asking. I think you need to tell someone.
Perhaps.
And I wish that someone would be me.
I don't think I'm ready to tell anyone yet.
you can't continue this way. So start figuring out how to tell your story, because you need to get this off your chest. It will haunt you until you do.
Yes, but until I can talk about it, there's no good in trying. And I can't yet. It's
Is there
still too
one
fresh.
part you can tell me about? One thing. You know me, I don't let things go.
He kind of looks down at himself, and you see once again he's wearing those patched trousers and the mended shirt. This is what I wear now,
Why?
because this is what I deserve. Besides, and he closes his eyes and concentrates for a moment, and suddenly he's dressed in exactly what you'd expect him to be dressed in. What I actually wear doesn't matter.
Well, you've certainly improved your disguises.
Lots of practice.
Well, that's something I didn't know before. Exactly. Breakfast? Coffee?
In a bit.
How about I go get some things ready?
Go make yourself food. I'll be in shortly.
I'll hold you to that.
And he just kind of moves back over and puts his knees up and puts his arms around his kneecaps and just kind of hunches and stares into the fire.
Is breakfast available yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we can ask the servants for whatever, right? I mean, within
Annette?
reason.
Yeah.
It's Tasha's mansion, so Tasha sets the rules.
In my mansion, anyone from the four can ask the servants for whatever they like.
So that'd be a big
So-
yes.
I know what his favorite comfort foods are from childhood. So that's what I order. And then I order my usual breakfast for myself, which is considerably more sugary. But has some, I'm going to get some protein as well. I know it's going to be a long day. So what's his preferred comfort food for breakfast?
He was always one for muffins.
So I'll
Muffins
load up a
with
plate.
an unhealthy amount of butter.
I'll load up a plate with a basket with muffins, a plate with a large chunk of butter, and a bunch of freshly prepared bacon and eggs. And I'm going to bring those back to the area near the fire.
Okay. He hasn't moved.
So I just sit down on the rug like we're having a picnic.
Okay.
And I've got silverware and so forth. So I'm just going to start buttering one of the warm, freshly baked muffins and just loading it up with butter and be like, this is delicious. You should really try one of these. Aren't these your favorite?
For whatever reason, he doesn't seem to hear you.
Athgarr. I sit down the plate and the muffin and get right in his face. Athgarr. Where'd you go?
Dark places. It's
Real, fictional, imagined, remembered?
remembered. Unfortunately real.
Does visiting them bring you comfort?
Visiting them reminds me of purpose.
What is your purpose?
To do whatever I'm told.
Well, then I'm telling you to eat some of these muffins with butter.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me man. I will have to kick your ass.
He kind of looks over and like sees the food for the first time and just kind of reaches over, picks up a muffin, just picks up out of the group of muffins and just begins to eat it.
You forgot the butter.
No need.
But that was part of the order.
Sorry.
So apparently not all orders are followed.
This isn't combat.
Oh, does it? If I throw one at you, will that fit your purpose? I pick up a muffin, slather it with butter, and fling it at him.
Oh,
I aim for like front and center. Now it's combat.
And he just sort of watches it and watches it hit him. And it disappears.
Eat it.
I'll save it for later.
Still as hard-headed as ever. Coffee?
Sure.
So I go and get coffee as well and pick up the plate that had my breakfast on it.
All right.
Probably about that time we get down.
Yep. Tasha was down next. Tasha, make a perception check.
$29.
You hear subdued voices from the living room, and then Gwen walks out carrying a plate, headed for the kitchen.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
We're having a picnic in the living room in front of the fire if you'd like to join us.
Sure.
I grab my plate, a few more muffins, a coffee, a cider, and I head back for the living room.
And about this time, Aribell comes down the stairs, and you see Gwen carrying a plate and a few glasses headed to the living room.
Morning.
Morning, Aribell.
Did you sleep well?
Not particularly, but better than some. Would you like to join us for a picnic breakfast this morning?
Sure.
Grab some food. Join us in the living room.
She does.
Guess I'm next.
When you get
I'll
down
just-
to the bottom of the stairs, make a perception check.
Ooh, let's see what we got. 14.
14. Yeah. Just another morning.
I just go in and get breakfast and sit down.
Do I notice Zori coming down the stairs and going the other way?
Let's find out. Make a perception check. At disadvantage.
So just straight. Okay.
I would be listening for her too.
29.
You hear footsteps coming down the stairs, and then you hear them going the other direction.
Zori,
Yes.
we're eating in the living room.
Okay. I'll get my stuff and I'll go to the living room.
I'm tucking into my breakfast and occasionally throwing muffins at Athgarr. It's just so amusing.
Okay.
Okay.
He makes no attempt to dodge any of them.
Would anyone else like to lob a buttered muffin at Athgarr this morning? I find it is quite cathartic.
I'm gonna pass.
I don't need to. Thanks.
Aribell?
No.
There are several different varieties of muffin to choose from.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
My mom would still know that I was throwing food.
I'm pretty sure this wasn't on my list of acceptable behaviors during mealtime, according to my various trainers. However, Athgarr here reminded me that I can consider this combat, in which case those rules don't apply.
Hmm. Wow.
Still gonna pass.
Doesn't help because I don't want to enter into combat with Athgarr.
Oy.
How
Is
did
it
everyone sleep?
coming down?
That looks fun.
I haven't seen. Were you asking about Gaygo?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her today.
I hope she's
This
fine.
one. And all of you.
I will finish my food, and then I will go upstairs and knock on Gaygo's door.
Okay.
Has Athgarr lost weight?
Yeah, oh yeah. He looks lean.
Okay.
Just. Has it been about a month? I mean, it hasn't been very long, right?
No, it's
Couple.
been about 4.5, 5 weeks.
So, Athgarr, we're going to need you to eat a hearty breakfast so that you're not too tired to keep up today.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the math. Like, I looked back through my notes and did the math, and it's about 4.5 weeks now. At this point, probably 5 weeks, including the week
Okay.
you've spent traveling from the Oasis. So,
Okay.
So when we saw him, it had been just about a month, and then we've
Yeah.
been with him a week. Okay.
you see that he's still sitting there, looking into the fire. He's still holding the same muffin that he grabbed initially. It's about half eaten.
Do I have to order you to eat something else?
I'm fine. I have all
You know-
of these to snack on later.
That's true, but there's no protein in there.
They won't leave the mansion.
And yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
good.
All the butter, all the muffins should disappear when we leave.
You should know that.
Gwen,
What?
Athgarr will eat when he's hungry.
Willie?
Or he'll pass out and we'll stuff it in while he's sleeping.
Don't make us put you in the portable hole. It did not turn out well for the last person.
Not putting him in the portable hole. Not unless he's dead.
And at least it would
Right?
be quiet.
One would think.
On that happy note. And Athgarr, if you don't want other people taking care of you, you need to take care of yourself.
I'm fine.
I get up and take my dishes to put away.
So anyway, at Gaygo's door, there's no answer for a few seconds, and then, yes.
Would you like to go downstairs and have some breakfast?
Yes, that would be lovely. I'll be down shortly.
Okay. I go downstairs. I drink more coffee. And I look at Gwen and say, please, just leave Athgarr alone.
When I came downstairs this morning, he was curled in a ball in the fetal position on the floor in the living room on the rug in front of the fire.
That is not good.
So he seemed to need a bit of tending this morning. This was not how I intended to start my day.
All right. But he is an adult. If he says he's fine, you can't do anything about it.
Oh, I've learned that lesson well.
Okay. I drink more coffee.
About 5 minutes later, Gaygo comes down the stairs and walks into the living room. Were you cold? You're all camped out around the fireplace. I thought it quite temperate.
It is temperate.
We were having a picnic.
All right. I was communicating with Tasha, seeing if someone else might be able to explain what happened to me when we crested the Dunemount, and unfortunately none of them have any more answers than I do.
Ugh.
But I have been instructed to go no further.
I think that is wise.
Honestly, we probably shouldn't go any further either. If we're all going to be disadvantaged, all the magic users, maybe we should come back later when we're a bit more ready. We followed the tracks. They go up and over this thing, right?
They do. And there is a trail equal to the one you basically followed up, headed down the other side and off into the distance.
I don't know. Part of it seems like a fool's errand because we're so overmatched.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Outmatched?
Yeah. We are at a severe disadvantage.
Well, maybe we should think of this more of a scouting expedition than a combat situation.
That's all fine and well until we get attacked.
Right. So we'll need to be sneaky and not be detected.
Not too many of us are sneaky.
And also our Our magic is fine, but we are physically not, correct?
You are physically fine. Something has... the further over the Dunemount you go, you're picking up static, for lack of a better term, in your connection to the innate magical energies of the world. But only on some frequencies. Other frequencies are still as clear as they've ever been.
Okay.
It's not painful, it's annoying. It's like having a constant ringing in your ears.
Is it worse for Gaygo because she's a magical creature, right?
Perhaps.
We don't know.
Well, since it affects me less, I'll defer to your better judgment. But I wouldn't mind scouting ahead a bit. See what I can see.
So our two objectives were, if I recall, to find out what the Jagravanans are doing and make contact with Western Aecathan, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, one from Lord Tremaine and one from Lord Bonethane.
Right.
So I guess not going over there is not an option.
I feel like we should at least try.
And we're not splitting up, so
No, we're not.
I wouldn't go far. Scouting ahead isn't the same as splitting up.
considering we're doing everything on the carpet, because remind me what the carpet did when we...
Nothing.
Everything was fine with the
Didn't seem
carpet.
to affect the carpet at all.
Okay. So the reason that we're up so hot is so that we are not to be discovered by anyone else. So you would have to take the carpet. And I don't want to leave us split.
All right then.
Her abilities to scout would be almost nullified by taking the carpet.
I know.
Yeah, her abilities to scout are when she's on the ground.
Oh, I understand that.
So
She'd have to take the carpet. First of all, she'd have to take the carpet to get down. And second of all, she'd have to then scout on the ground while she had the carpet else. I mean, like, I get it.
and you do recall that it took about 6 hours to get to the top of the Dunemount from the desert. So
Yeah.
it may be close to that to get down the other side. Because going
So
up
we're
or
not-
down, the carpet moves at a steady rate.
So that's why we're not splitting up anything. That's
Somebody's
what I'm
going by themselves in a completely unfamiliar area. Especially with no way to contact us if there were trouble.
Well, Tasha seems less affected.
Why aren't we all going?
Because you're affected.
I'm not affected at all.
No, the three people who are affected are Gaygo, Athgarr, and Zorith. At least as far as we know.
And it's a nuisance at this point for Zori and Athgarr.
Right.
But Gaygo can go no further.
Right.
correct. So we're going to have to say goodbye to you here then.
I fear so.
It's okay. You've come really far with us and you've helped us a lot. So much.
Really appreciate it.
I will admit to being a little disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing this Western Aecathan.
New places.
Well,
Yes.
it might be that once we get far enough, the interference is gone, and once we've been there, then Zori will be able to teleport there. So maybe you can't go now, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to take you back later.
Well, I'll hope for that, because I would still very much like to see this new area. And perhaps find out once and for all exactly what befell our cousins. Zorith. All of a sudden there's like a hollow sound in your head. Like what you hear when you put your ear to a seashell. And then, very faintly, you hear, Zorith? Is this working? Damn it, I used a longer, wider wire. It should be working.
Hello?
Ah! You sound very far away.
As do you.
Oh. Damn it. Oh, right. Bigger, longer wire. But for now, at least, I'll just talk very loudly in the hopes that you can hear me. It's Obras, of course. Your amulets are ready.
Okay, good to know. We're pretty far away, but I will let everyone know, and we'll let you know what we're going to do.
Very well, I have them. And you can simply pay me, and I'll get the money back to the enchanters. So whenever it's convenient for you, stop by.
Excellent. Thanks.
You're welcome. See you soon. Off to find better wire.
And I tell everybody, Obras has our necklaces.
Do you want to go get them now?
I do.
Because you could circle there and teleport right back, right?
So what if I can't teleport back to here?
Why wouldn't you be able to?
We're not sure how magic works here.
Well, we haven't gone past the barrier, so it should be fine.
Well, inside the mansion, you're fine.
Oh.
Outside, even on the eastern lip, you can still sense it just a little. Very, very faintly, but you know it will get much stronger and much more annoying the further west you go.
Well, maybe we move far enough east that we don't feel the effects anymore. And we'll wait for you.
Athgarr, how many times can you cast Dimension Door?
Dimension door?
Athgarr, yeah, he can cast that.
I'm looking.
Don't I have dimension door?
Oh, I didn't think you did, sorry.
I might not. I have Misty Step. My mistake.
He can cast it 9 times.
Is that like only certain distance, or can you go anywhere with that?
500 feet.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was...
No, it's a
Dimension door down the side. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, if you could teleport there, then you would think you could teleport back.
I look at Athgarr. Is he wearing his necklace?
he doesn't appear to be wearing any jewelry.
But
Because I don't know that he's not wearing regular clothes.
Right. He's dressed how you
Would appear
normally
he would.
expect him to be dressed.
Right.
Gwen's the only one who's aware right now that it's an illusion.
Athgarr, do you still have your... Are you still wearing the necklace of non-discovery?
He has been staring at the fire this whole time, and he's like, yes.
Oh, good.
I didn't see it when you dropped the illusion.
No, he had it on.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I just was only describing his clothing.
Got it.
Oh, good. Well, if that's what we want to do before we leave
I
this
think it
area.
would be good. We don't know what we're going into.
Help with the sneaky part.
Yeah, and who's looking for us?
And where is it that you would be going?
To the sanctuary. No, to the towers.
Oh, to the Tower of Azinor.
Mm-hmm.
They have a library there, yes?
They do.
I think if it's all right, I'll go with you. I would like
Excellent.
to take advantage of this library to continue researching why this, whatever it is, affects me as it does.
Could ask Obras about it too while you're there.
Yeah. Affects you especially more than us.
Yes.
And our kind of magic, not Aribell's kind of magic. Right?
We don't know.
Is that true? Aribell, you sense no disturbance.
That's what you said, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
No, Gwen and I didn't sense anything. So it doesn't seem to affect divine magic.
I do not sense it unless I concentrate on my sorcerer training.
Tasha, it didn't affect you at all?
Well, maybe you can do some research and let us know.
I will certainly let you know anything I find out. Right now, I'm looking for reason and then remedy, or at least protection. But I have to understand it before I can begin to try to circumvent it.
Excellent. When breakfast is done and we're all ready, you and I will go on back. And then I'll come back.
All right. When you step outside the mansion, immediately it's this faint sense of static. It's like you can hear it coming from the next room, kind of faint. You can hear it, but it's not strong. It's not distracting.
And I asked Gaygo, out of curiosity, how long would it take if you and I need to come back? Well, I know how long it would take because we'd have to go to the oasis and then come back out. Okay, I'm wondering. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well, if
And-
necessary, I can fly us back. That would take a bit more time, but I could.
Right, from the Oasis to here, we'd definitely.
It would not take as long as it took us this past time because we were also scouting.
That
and
is
I
true.
was also pacing your carpet.
Correct. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, shall we?
Agreed.
So if it's just her and I'm just gonna write my thing in the sand and
Okay. I need you to roll percentile, please.
Percentile. 7 and a 10. So 17.
Okay. It works just fine.
No.
Springs up. White light. Gaygo steps in.
We'll step through it.
Poof. Where are you? Oh, yeah. It's
The
circle.
tower.
Circle. So, yeah, you appear in the basement of the main Tower of Azinor.
Do I recognize that that was more difficult than it should have been?
Nope. Because it wasn't.
So we go prepare to find Obras.
All right. Well, you know where he is.
Yeah, we know, and she's met him before, and so we go
It is
talk to him.
very quiet as you realize that Obras must have contacted you when he woke up.
No, they're 3 hours or 4 hours ahead of us.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting it's the other direction. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's mountain time, not,
right.
not
Yeah,
Eastern time.
so it's late morning there.
Yes. So we go find him in his office. If he's there, we knock on the door.
Yeah, he's there. The door's open.
I knock. I say, "Hey,
Oh,
we're here."
That was quick.
Yeah. Also, Gaygo would like to use the library because
very well. I would be happy to introduce you to Master Andrews, and I'm certain that he will help you with whatever you might be looking for.
I give a brief explanation of what is happening, and I ask him if he would know anything about the static.
This is a completely new phenomenon to me. That's interesting. Distressing. No, interesting. And I assume, lady, this is what you wish to research? Yes, if that's all right. Oh, yes, absolutely. I just don't get your hopes up. I have never heard of such a thing, and I don't know that anyone here has. But you're welcome to whatever resources we have. Oh, yes. Excuse me. And he reaches under his desk and pulls out this beautiful wooden box about 1.5 by 1.5 by 3 inches, and sits it down and flips it around and opens the latch and pulls the lid up, and you see 4 identical amulets.
And however much he said, that we know, because Nikki doesn't remember, but Zorith would, because it wasn't that long ago.
It would be 2,400 gold total for the 4, or 240 platinum.
I'm gonna run down I'm going to ask him, do you have an empty room not used by anyone close by?
Well, the teleportation chamber on the first floor.
Right. And that's why I run back to. Be right back. 240 platinum. Run back up. I'm making a withdrawal at the bank, please.
Right.
Oh, good afternoon. How much would you like to withdraw? 240 platinum, please.
Here you are.
And then I run back upstairs.
Okay. Ah. Excellent. Well, then, I assume that you're going to explore this phenomenon.
Kind of don't have a choice.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah, I know. If it were up to me, we wouldn't be doing this. But it's not, so.
Yeah,
I can't hear.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Sure. Is there a place here in the sanctum where clothes can be purchased?
Zorith was the only one who went. Well, Zorith and Gaygo.
Okay.
Everybody else is still in the mansion.
I'm going to ask Tasha if she could send Zorith a message asking that question.
Lori, is there a place to buy clothes where you are?
I mean, I would know.
You can buy
School clothes.
school clothes. I mean, you can buy robes and, trousers and basic footwear and shirts and underwear.
I say that back.
Yes.
Ask her to please purchase a large supply in case we run into any more Jogravanan slave caravans. That was the one thing that we couldn't provide in the mansion.
Oh, clothes.
And so if we bought a bunch of just clothes of such shape that they can be worn by pretty much anyone, robe type of things, or pants with a drawstring, then we could have those in the portable hole so that if we came across dozens of individuals, we could still provide them with what they need. I was thinking about that as we returned to the desert and thought we should have brought that with us, because then if we run into another group, we could help them. What do you think?
I think that's a decent idea.
Not sure if they'll have that much on hand at a school, and they might be smaller things, but it's worth a try. Or we could order them for sure.
How many should I ask for?
As many as we can get? I mean, we needed dozens last time.
I'm not there.
Can you... Sending a Zori message.
Okay.
Can you purchase 50 robes and drawstring pants for any slaves we encounter?
There's a pause. Can 50 sets of clothes, 100 sets of clothes fit into not the portable hole, but the other thing that we have?
The bag of holding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I buy 50 sets of clothes, I ask Obras, if I buy 50 sets of clothes, is that going to completely empty out the storeroom here? Do they even have 50 sets of clothes?
That's a very good question.
Oh my god.
We can find out. Let me ask.
And he just closes his eyes
Thanks.
for a moment.
And I respond back to Tasha. I'm finding out. We'll do it if I can.
Mess with Nikki. Tell her she could go to the sanctum too if they don't have enough at the tower.
I'd be hanging on to my spells if I were you.
Tori would know that, right?
Obras.
That if she can't find it there.
Well, we'll see. Obras looks up.
The quartermaster tells me that we can spare 24 robes and 24 pairs of pants.
All right.
But that's about it.
Perfect. We're taking them.
Now, Zorith, make a history check.
Dirty 20.
It dawns on you that you could probably get more from the sanctum, except that they've probably used up all their spares taking care of the group you already sent there.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We
That's
bought a bunch at the Oasis.
No, they were all donated by the people who lived there.
Right. So
But even so, they had to give more clothes to the slaves at the sanctum. They're
Yeah.
pretty much they're tapped out.
okay.
so I give a hug to Obras. I give a hug to Gaygo, and I go, I have errands to run.
I understand. Well, keep me informed.
I will.
And, lady, if you'll follow me, I shall take you and introduce you to Master Andrews.
And I take the necklaces and I go run my errand.
Okay. You get to the quartermaster, and they're just finishing sort of bundling all that stuff up. I mean, basically, the robes are all folded, so you get, like a stack of 12 that are all bundled together, and a stack of 12 that are all bundled together, and the same thing with the pants.
And I put them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Stuff everything in there. Thank you so much for, how much were these?
They would have been, let's see, you got 4 dozen.
Whatever it is, I pay it.
Yeah, it's like 3 gold.
I give them 10.
Okay.
And then I walk outside.
Okay.
And I pace a little bit. Because I don't know if this is going to work or not. And so I get the sending stone out of my pocket and I said, hey, just in case this doesn't work, I mean, I'm doing this thing and it's kind of an unknown. You're a really great friend and I like you super lots.
Thank you for telling me. I like you lots too. Please be careful. And if this does go well, contact me tomorrow and let me know, please.
Sure. Okay. So I start. Oh, no, I don't have to do that because this is just teleport.
Right?
So I think of where I want to go with all the specificity in my mind that I know exactly where I want to go, and that is right in front of the door to the Magic Mansion. And I cast teleport.
All right. Give me a percentile roll, please.
You suck. That's a 30.
That's just
That's
a spell, Nick.
What?
The teleport always requires a roll.
Yes,
30. Oh, does it?
it does.
Oh, I thought. Thanks for making me think that it's. I don't think I've had to do it before.
You have.
No. No, not on some of them.
Well, you appear exactly where you visualized.
Well, that's good to know.
Standing right in front of the door to the mansion.
Are you going to come in?
I think she's looking at the teleport spell.
She is. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think we've done it before and it was like maybe a place that was like completely known. I don't know. Anyhow, yes, I'm gonna come back in the house.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Everything's fine, everything's good. And I start passing out necklaces.
Yay!
All right. I believe these need to be attuned.
Oh, dang it.
And I believe that everybody has like 2 things or 3 things that they're already wearing. So it's gonna.
Yeah, that we put back on when we gave these back.
Mm-hmm. Got to figure out what we're taking off.
Yes, they do require attunement.
I already have so many things that I can't even attune.
Okay, so. Ugh.
Yep. Welcome to everything.
I'm playing an artificer one of these days.
Right? And these are tell me what these are again. What they're
Amulet
called?
of Proof against detection and location. If you just look up Amulet of Proof, it'll pop right out.
Proof. There we go.
You have to go to manage inventory for that and then add items.
If you just type proof, it comes down.
Allowed 3 attunement items.
Yeah, welcome to uncomfortable, not having room for everything.
It only takes a short rest though when you want to attune something, right?
Correct. It takes an hour.
So
So shall we rest here for an hour and attune? We've still got the mansion for another 12 or some hours.
Yeah.
I
More
was
than that, actually.
I was thinking that we could probably next time you talk to Aloric, or we could send a message to Wiggy, we could have Wiggy look for putting together our clothes and things that we want. He could source that for us.
Okay. Here's the deal, though. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get slaves away from
Oh, yeah.
the Jagravan, and I mean,
I
it
don't
was a
either.
fluke. It was a fluke,
Yes. And there was a cost.
and there
Yeah.
was a cost for
Yeah.
both the Oasis and the lives lost. But the Oasis now has to deal with any of the repercussions.
Yeah.
It's just about being prepared. It's not that I think that we're necessarily going to do this again right away. I just think that should the opportunity arise, then we should be prepared.
Okay. Are we going to sit for an hour and attune? Okay.
Kept purring.
It sounds like it, but I don't know if the cat is on the table. No, it's somebody's.
Yeah, I hear something that sounds like purring. It's weird.
It might be my laptop fan.
Alright.
While you spend this time attuning, Athgarr gets up and goes upstairs.
Okay.
All right. What? I don't understand how sometimes their pickup pattern on the microphone can be good and sometimes it cannot be good.
It's something about it has to be a louder bit of noise to start the mic picking
Yeah.
up, and then
Okay.
you can talk softer. And
So I'm nosy. I will follow and see where he goes.
so you're not attuning your amulet.
I
Have
I
to
have to
sit.
sit and
You
attune
do.
it. Okay. Well, then I will.
It takes an
forget
hour.
that. I will do that then.
Okay. You get to the end of the hour. He has not reappeared.
So I will go upstairs and see if I can figure out where he went.
Okay. Make a perception check.
$31.
You hear the sound of exertion coming from the second floor, from the room that Zorith has for practicing flying.
I will just head back downstairs.
You all have such dirty minds. Oh my god.
I didn't say a word.
I'm just reacting to Nikki giggling, and then it's
Pretty
Darcy
much.
giggling, and then Lamb slides.
Get that nice Doppler effect.
Just one big landslide.
And I can't help it because I am in my brain 100% of the time. So that's it. Exertion is hilarious to me.
I'm sure he's exercising or, like working on his swords. Oh, all of that sounded bad. Oh my god.
Working on his sword. It's not better.
I was trying.
You said it, not me.
I did.
Is mutton sacred?
Oh,
You're welcome.
this is lamb basted.
And she doesn't even look the slightest bit sheepish for doing all of that.
So don't.
Pun war.
Gwen could have listened to the sounds at the door and said, ew.
That's
She
because
didn't.
you think he's doing something involving ramming.
Right. It's better off that I'm not there.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
You think he's in there playing with his horn. You know.
Most likely he is.
Oh, he's a loot man, so it's not his horn.
Pam is not wrong.
Yes. Oh no.
I am muted so that we may come back to some semblance of reason, because if not, I will keep going and it will be bad.
Okay.
I'm muted.
Bad or bad?
Bad.
I can't believe you. just Pam. Come on.
She's supposed to be the paladin.
She's supposed to be the voice of reason. Ugh.
Uh-huh. Well, a few minutes later, Athgarr comes down the stairs.
Looking fatigued.
Sweaty?
Satisfied?
Fulfilled?
It takes a lot to craft Jeff. We broke Jeff tonight.
He looks a little tired, actually.
Oh.
And his face is a little bit red.
So is Pam's.
So is Nikki's.
Yes.
Yes, little Ovu. Oh my, I think I've got the vapors. But then he, are you all still in the living room?
Yep.
Okay. He walks to the doorway and just kind of leans against the door jamb.
So what's the plan?
You're muted this time.
Back on the carpet.
Go over the mount.
Yep. If we can follow the Jagravanan long enough to find out what they're doing.
Well, the caravan is actually behind you at this point. You beat them to the top of the Dunemount.
So maybe we should just go to Western.
We're going to have to try to follow I thought we were going to follow the trail
Yes.
reactively
Yes.
and see what we could see.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let's gather our things and head out the door.
It's worth a try.
You step out of the mansion, and once again, Zorith and Athgarr both kind of you climb aboard the carpet, begin moving across the plateau, and by the time you've gotten about halfway across, it's back to as loud as you have experienced it. But passing the halfway point, it doesn't get any louder.
That's good.
And let's see, Gwen, if you would give me a perception check, please.
22.
It's a bit off to the side, but you're able to spot the trail. It's not as easy to follow as it was following the caravan, because it looks like it's been a while, and it's partially, the sand has filled in, but there's enough of it for a trained scout to be able to say, nope, it goes that way.
Okay. I'll point it out to the others.
I assume that there's like a little goat paths all the way down and all the way up.
Yeah.
Both sides, because otherwise there'd be no way to get up it. So.
Right. Yeah, it is a crisscross path. And it takes about 5 hours for it to level out enough that the path stops crisscrossing and becomes just sort of a straight, basically straight path again.
Does it look like there's more than one direction from the base of this path?
No, there is just a single trail leading down. Let's see. Gwen and Aribell both, since you're the two in the front, make me a perception check.
Ooh. I got a Kraken.
Ooh.
So that's a 31.
30 for me.
Nice. Trying to get my map here. There we go. Far in the distance, probably a couple miles out yet, but you can see that on this side, the sand seems to give way to more broken dirt and low hills and a little bit of vegetation. You estimate that you'll probably be hitting that right around sunset.
Okay. So off we go.
We stop to take breaks for water and meals and those things, but
Okay.
move pretty steady. How hot is it?
It's warm. Although you do notice a difference in the temperature, as in the temperature drops slightly toward the end of the day, indicating that maybe where you're headed is going to be more temperate. The desert seems to be ending much more quickly on this side of the Dunemount. As the sun begins to set, do you set down or do you keep going?
Let's keep going for a while.
It may be cooler to travel at night.
As long as everybody's feeling okay, makes sense to push on a little bit further.
Okay. So how many hours past sunset do you want to travel?
2.
Okay.
We got a late start today anyway.
Right. It gets to be about 8:30. You've been traveling post sunset. You got about a half hour in the sort of the gloaming after the sun has technically gone down, and then an hour and a half in the dark. But it's a very clear night. There's no moon, but lots of stars. So essentially, it can count as dim light. You are now over a section of sort of rough hill. And there are places that you can set down, but they're small. There's not going to be a lot of room to roam.
That's okay. We sat down in a spot that we can land in easily, and I set up the mansion.
Okay. As you settle down and climb off the carpet. I need everybody to make a perception check. That's not great.
Dirty 20.
29.
Oh, that's not bad.
I was gonna roll for Nikki, but she's back.
Perception. Wait for headphones. Perception check, please, Zorith.
We just sat down for the night from the carpet. You
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what did everybody else get?
I had 29.
29.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Gwen?
I rolled low.
27.
27. Okay. Zorith seems focused on getting the carpet rolled up and stashed, but the rest of you hear the sound of earth moving.
Uh-oh.
They may send their scorpion people things in advance. I think it's best that we get inside the mansion quickly.
I put up the mansion.
All
We
right.
Go inside.
Tasha, need you to roll percentile.
Okay.
How are you all feeling? Is my question.
Oh no, or is that how that works?
Double digit, single digit.
Oh, well, I've got the wrong. I rolled a 3.
Oh. Okay. That's not good. You cast the mansion,
Uh-huh.
and as you complete the spell, there's this horrific, wrenching pain. And you immediately feel like someone just used your body as a punching bag. You are at half hit points.
Ooh.
Not appear.
It did.
Oh. I grab her and run through the door.
And Athgarr immediately, sword out, standing back to the door, looking for an enemy as the rest of you run in.
Somebody probably should grab me since I'm not paying attention, apparently.
Yeah, I'd grab Zori.
Ugh.
All right. And Athgarr, with quick glances over his shoulder, just kind of backs up and then into the mansion, closing the door.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Are,
But
were you struck?
it felt like something went wrong with the spell. And I am very weak. I need healing.
I'm putting my hand on her.
Tasha's body is covered in bruises.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I can heal you for full. Lay on hands. 51.
Does that get you back up to full?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Is that your largest spell?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just her. Gotcha.
Yep. Yes.
Sure.
Sorry, Athgarr, how are you feeling on the carpet?
You almost get used to it after a while, but it's always there.
It's definitely a constant drone. Although I'm not sure if large, complicated spells are that affected.
Maybe we should try the hut tomorrow. Just because I can heal you doesn't mean you don't feel the pain. Signal for one of the birds.
It hops right up.
Whatever Tasha's favorite drink is what Aribell would ask it to bring.
Okay.
I'm sure is a big, strong glass of something.
Hot tea with rum. I saw nothing.
It was the spell.
Yeah, I can only assume it was the spell. She must have not been affected yesterday for some reason. But we're all the same kind of spell users. That could make this trip really short.
Athgarr, your bardic magic is not the same as your sorcery, right?
Correct.
So maybe tomorrow you could cast the mansion if we don't use the hut.
Of course.
Isn't Tasha's bardic?
But in Aecathan, there are two different kinds of bards. There are arcane bards, who are the traditional bards, but then there are the paladin bards, who get their spells sent to them by Dressfiend.
And I didn't go that way.
But Athgarr did.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So we have one of each.
I'm just trying to figure out how it works out, because I'm trying to split down the two sides of magic.
Right.
But Athgar's sorcery spells would be affected, but probably not as divine ones.
Got it.
We think. I mean, we haven't felt it. I haven't cast anything.
Boy, that's going to limit me a whole bunch. Just FYI.
I wonder if those, I wish we had some of the fruit or whatever. I wonder if that would make a difference.
That would be interesting. But it's been a long time since we've been to that little forest. And
going to that forest is managing to land there also with a teleport spell would be interesting because of screw-wacky magic, and then trying to get out of there would be screw-wacky magic.
Getting there would be no issue because you'd be casting it, ideally somewhere that is not full of wild magic.
So
Getting
down in the
on
catacombs,
the other hand,
right? In the catacombs, I mean, like in the building down there.
Oh
right?
no, the whole place is suffused
wild
with
magic.
it. Yeah.
That's okay.
That's where you figured out that's where the breakdown of magical continuity in the Everwood is coming from that temple.
Right, I had forgotten. Boy, it has been a hot minute, hasn't it?
Yep.
Because
Did
it have something to do with the god of mischief or the god of?
It was the god of chaos.
God of chaos, yeah.
But Nikki, they were cute shrubs that followed us around.
They were really cute.
The shrubs were amazing. adorable shrubs. However, wild magic.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Whack.
no thanks.
Screw wacky.
Screw wacky.
All right, so what do you want to do for the rest of your evening?
Rest and drink more rum.
I think we should get to bed early and get on the road as early as we can to beat some of the heat.
Okay. All right. So dinner and then sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The evening passes uneventfully, and you all are able to get a long rest.
We get up in the morning, go down, eat some breakfast. I'll go down, I guess, first.
Okay. As you hit the bottom of the stairs, make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
You hear whimpering coming from the living room.
I'll go to the living room.
You see Athgarr as Gwen described him the previous morning, just kind of curled up in a ball in front of the fireplace, and he's whimpering in his sleep.
Not good. I'm gonna wake him up.
All right. How? You could throw a muffin at his head.
No muffins. I don't have any. I'm just gonna come over to him and put my hand on his shoulder and say, Athgarr, you're dreaming.
And he immediately tenses and then opens his eyes. And you can see he's slowly forcing himself to relax. And he kind of lays there for a second and wipes the tears out of his eyes. I'm up.
Eventually, you're going to have to tell somebody what's going on.
So I've been told.
All this does is... Then I shake my head and I say, I'm sorry you are dealing with perhaps the past, but if there's anything we can do to help you put some of it to rest, it would be beneficial to all. Because I don't want to have to worry about you too much more, sweetie. And I pat him on the head and I walk out and get breakfast.
Okay.
I come down right after I finish my prayers, so it's probably quickly after. Zorith.
And we'll say for convenience sake that you come down as Zorith is walking through the main chamber with the staircase headed for the kitchen.
Is he in there again?
Athgar's full of nightmares, but I didn't want to say that it's not doing him any good because it's not doing him any good, but that doesn't do him any good to tell him that. So I know how he takes that. But eventually he's going to have to tell someone what he's going through because he's going to be less healthy.
I walk in the living room.
He is sitting facing the fire, arms around his knees, head down on his kneecaps.
Athgarr,
Yes.
how long have the nightmares been going on?
Weeks.
Are they of things that you have seen or things that you're afraid could happen?
It's all things that have happened.
Is his demeanor or his
Affect?
I mean, just, yeah, his body, is any of it similar to what was happening with his father?
No.
Okay.
Good question, Pam.
Manifest.
No. There's no confusion
Okay.
at all. He seems
Going on as long, right? So,
he seems to have clarity. It's just whatever is happening in his dreams is torturous.
okay, but it doesn't seem to be maybe from an external thing.
Hard to tell from your point of view.
Okay. Before you go to sleep tonight, I'd like to try something just to ensure that none of this is similar to what was affecting your father.
What was affecting my father?
He was being attacked by noctomancy. That's what caused his illness. He was having horrific nightmares. And eventually it was affecting his physical self. And so I have a protection spell for that. If I can cast that before we go to bed tonight to see if it helps. Just to be safe. Not to discount what you've gone through, but just to ensure it's not being manipulated.
As you wish.
Do you sleep at all?
Some. Enough. Let's see, Aribell, make a medicine check.
$23.
You step back for a minute and take a long look at him objectively as a healer. He doesn't look well.
I would like to... Athgarr, does he have his illusion up?
No, at the moment, no.
Okay.
That's how you can see this. When he has his illusion up, he looks fine.
Athgarr, oh, she was gonna ask him to drop that. I'm gonna cast detect poison and disease.
Okay.
I do not have to touch him. It's 30 feet.
the spell takes effect. And doesn't register.
Anything? Okay.
Well, no, hold on. That's a good question. So, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves while I look this up.
Okay.
Hey.
Well,
I'm getting breakfast, doing breakfasty things.
I am too. And I'm drinking my coffee.
Down. Looking really tired.
Did you not sleep?
I did not sleep well.
Why?
I slept. I just have things on my mind.
That's why there's rum.
Funny, it doesn't provide the long-lasting effects I'm looking for. Unfortunately, if only it were that easy.
Works for me.
Would now be a good time to take a break? Would that give you some time to
Check.
finish your searches?
Yeah, that's probably not the worst idea.
Hey,
'Cause
smart thinking.
This is a question that I've never thought of before, so it's gonna take a little bit to try and suss it out.
Sus. Well sussed, sir.
Yes.
Suss away.
So,
Suss away.
this is in fact probably a great time to take a break. So, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 15. So, stick around and we'll see you then. And welcome back. So, research is done. Aribell,
Yes.
you cast the spell. You get no emanations of poison, but you get the sense of a red haze surrounding Athgarr. Seems to be thickest near his head.
Athgarr, do you mind if I try a couple different healing spells on you?
I'm fine.
I'm sensing something. I've never seen anything like this, Jeff, or have I?
You have not.
It's not something I'm familiar with, but I'm definitely detecting something.
If you wish.
So I'm guessing I'll have to try a couple different things. So the first thing I will do is I'll use lay on hands, which does cure disease and neutralize poison.
Okay.
So this, but so I'll use the 5 hit points of that to try that.
The red haze does not dissipate or move at all.
Yeah, and detect poison and disease lasts for 10 minutes, so should be there. I can try. I will try lesser restoration. I don't have greater restoration.
Okay. The lesser restoration spell, you feel it leave you. You've cast it before. It feels perfectly normal. The red haze does not dissipate or fluctuate.
Last thing I'll try for now is remove curse.
Again, a spell you've cast before. You know that it goes off without a hitch. Does not cause any change.
None of my typical things have worked, but
Not surprising. I told you I'm fine.
Tara says otherwise. She hasn't led me to help you yet. It seems to be centered around your head.
Are you saying this so that the rest of us can know?
She's the only one in the room with Athgarr at the moment.
Which, given symptoms that you're presenting, seems to make sense. May not be something I can cure magically. It may be something that either requires time or counseling.
Very well. I say again, I feel fine.
Well, again, the nightmares and lack of sleep. You attributing it to things you've seen and done. Don't think you're fine, Athgarr.
I'm capable of fulfilling my duties.
I
I'm
didn't.
fine.
I know that our friendship has been damaged, but take my role as our healer and whatever else very seriously. I hope that you'll let me help you if I can.
If you wish.
Should probably get breakfast. I think the plan is to depart early.
All right, what are the rest of you doing? Zorith was in the kitchen.
Eating breakfast.
Yep.
I thought that's where everybody went.
I go downstairs for breakfast.
Okay. You encounter Zorith in the kitchen.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you feeling?
I feel fine.
I'm really worried about complicated spells.
Yeah.
Because that is not good.
So maybe I should try to stick to cantrips and lower level spells.
Yeah, I'm just afraid if we meet anything on the way to do anything, even lower level spells are scary.
Well, we'll have to see.
Have I heard of anything like that, even with wild magic, Jeff?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I don't have all the wild magic table up on my side. 16. 16 plus what? Ooh, 23. 23. 16 plus 7.
Woo!
You've been taught all of the possible effects of a wild magic surge.
Yes.
None
Zorith
of
would have.
them are what happened to Tasha.
I didn't think so. And I will say that.
Yeah.
But
this
then
doesn't-
again,
from my limited experience with wild magic, that's not what this felt like.
yeah. I don't know. I'm really worried. There's doing what we've been told and being able to do what we're told.
I hear what you're saying. I would like to,
Go further?
yes, I would like to see where this trail leads. And once we have found that, then we can go then we can go back to the oasis.
I just can't keep you guys safe.
No one can keep us safe, sorry. Our life is full of danger.
I know. I know.
Aribell, whenever you decide to go to search for food, Athgarr actually follows you.
So we probably wander in.
Say that again louder.
How did everyone sleep last night?
I slept well.
Normal.
Normal.
Like usual.
I fix 2 plates and put one in front of Athgarr.
What's on it?
A little bit of whatever's on the buffet. I don't know.
Okay.
Eggs, potatoes, bacon, sausage, bread,
Okay.
sweet. What I mean, fruit.
He kind of picks at it, eats a couple bites of each thing. Grabs a muffin. bites into it.
We can head out right after breakfast. Guess the only positive is that it would likely affect the Jagravanans the same way as us.
My worry is that this is somehow something the Jagravanans have done. I don't know if that's possible,
Also my worry.
but I wouldn't put it past the sneaky bastards.
I wonder if it's
It might be something innate about this part of the Aecathan.
If
Well,
it's,
maybe it was a trap for the gem dragon, similar to the trap for the metallics, so that they couldn't leave.
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Do I recall from anything in the basement of the underground of the warehouse that is like this?
No,
It didn't feel anything like this. It didn't, did it?
no.
Poop, 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 poop. Okay.
If this is something the Jagravanans have done, why haven't they afflicted our part of Aecathan with it?
Good point.
Good point.
Thankfully. Ooh.
I think this is something that's been here a long time,
That's possible.
and that's why it's kept our world apart. But Gwen, when you were in Western Aecathan, did you encounter any magic users?
Yes.
And they
believe
didn't.
I did.
Seem to be affected by this?
And my own magic wasn't affected either.
Maybe it's just
Maybe it's
a
just a
barrier,
desert.
like a barrier to keep.
Of course, it doesn't seem like my magic is affected now either. So
You just
that
wonder
might not be a good way of judging.
something related to either the gem dragons or the curse that caused the shattering.
I really want there to still be some gem
Yeah.
dragons.
Well, you never know.
It would be so sad to know that a whole group of dragons got killed for no reason other than just greed.
Nothing else. I hope there's maybe there's one that, similar to Mother Tasha, that doesn't even know.
That would be cool.
How would you ever be able to tell?
Don't know.
Mother Tasha recover hers. If it's meant to be, then we'll do the same here. Tora, Resvine, and Quisva, and Skuthos will guide us where we're meant to be.
That's good. Those. We know he's got his little fingers and everything, so. All right, well, breakfast done, everybody. Let's get on the road. Get on the carpet.
All
And I
right.
grab the carpet and
So who's the first one out the door?
probably me.
Then Zorith, if you would make a perception check with advantage.
Oh, hey, we like that. 7 and 16. Thank God. 22.
All right. Now I have to resize this, so hold on, because Foundry's being stupid. As you step outside,
I would peek my head out first. That's how we always exit the thing.
The heck are those?
If you'd said that,
Oh, wow. Okay. I step outside.
you are immediately hit by the smell. It is horrible, rotting flesh smell. And you see a large number of partially decomposed, emaciated creatures with shock white hair and fangs dripping with some sort of ichor that immediately leap forward. Everyone needs to roll an ish.
For pity's sake.
That's hilarious.
Is it
What?
bright light or dark out?
It is dawn. It is
Just
It is
dawn.
morning, yeah. Ha.
Ha?
Yeah, I'll explain in a moment. Yeah, if I find the right window so I can figure out what... Okay.
I hate my initial rolls. They suck every time.
All right, Aribell, what'd you get?
5
Oh,
with advantage.
With it.
Zorith, what did you get?
7.
Tasha
21.
and Gwen Lauren.
19.
Ooh, that's low for you.
It's very
low
low
for
for
you.
me. That was with advantage.
Wow.
I rolled a 4. The first time I rolled a 2.
Okay, well,
Goddess.
apparently, according to Anish, Athgarr is the next one through the door. And
Oh. And I dropped the rug.
he is not surprised. And immediately goes into spellcasting.
Nothing too big, nothing too big. Boy, this is gonna stink if we can't do anything.
All right. So he snaps out the word, or, mumbles a verse, a quick verse, and casts Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
That one might not hit. Nope. And you see he throws 4 beams of energy. Ugh. And strikes one of them driving it back slightly. And gives Zorith a D10 of Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. All right, Tasha, Gwen, and Aribell,
Okay, thanks, babe.
you're not out of the mansion yet. So, Zorith.
Ooh. I go before all these things do?
Uh-huh.
Because we haven't come out yet.
That was the oh-ho, they rolled a 2.
Oh.
They have a little bit of a bonus, but not much.
All right. How did the...
Eldritch
What do
Blast.
they look like?
Bipedal, medium-sized, white hair, kind of a mesh of emaciated and rotting skin, fangs dripping some kind of ichor.
I'm going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
at a...
Do you want the same one that Athgarr hit, or a different one?
Let me look.
Athgarr hit this one.
I can see that. I'm gonna try to hit this one down here, this guy. Okay. I'm gonna take myself over there and be on him.
Well,
That guy.
not
down
quite,
there.
Not on him, but next to him.
Yeah, no, I'm showing you which one it was.
Oh, okay.
I'm not moving.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
All right.
I'm not moving. I don't think I have to move.
No.
You hurl a motive fire at creature. Okay, I hurl a motive fire at him with Firebolt. 3d10s. Race. D10s. If I can. Hello, I know I just had 2. Where's the third one? There we go. No. 7, 8,
Now, did they save,
5.
or is this a roll to hit?
Oh, roll to hit plus 13. So, I mean, you know. I got a 5 plus 13 is 18. So 18 to hit.
That one hits.
And 8, 7, and 5. 20.
Let's see. Okay.
Does it do
Yes.
any damage?
Oh, yeah. Like, it lights the thing's hair on fire, and it kind of shrieks and snarls. And
All right. Then I am going to step to here. Even though I know nobody, Athgarr, and I know Aribell's not out there. So
right.
I'm going to step to here, and I'm going to Burning Hands, the 3 of those.
Okay.
15-foot cone. I should be able to get all 3 of those. Maybe?
You can't get the one that you hit previously, because that's 20 feet away. But the other 2 you can get.
I'm going to step one more close.
Okay. Now you can get all 3 of them.
No, I'm getting them all. Okay, what is that? Dex 19.
Okay.
Burning Hands. Why is this doing the thing? 46s. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 11,
5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
None of
We
them
gotta-
saved.
Ooh, I like that. We got
12. They turn into a puff of smoke.
10 and 7 for 17. A 6, 2 4s, and a 3. So 17.
Okay.
And then what is the roll that he gave me?
Oh, the D10.
Yes, what does that do?
That is for
Saves
attack
or-
rolls or saves or skill
Okay, I'm gonna
checks.
use it. I'm gonna use it from a save because I just got up in the face of this one. So
Well, but it hasn't gone yet, so
yeah, I know, but it's gonna.
no.
Eventually.
Well, yeah, but that won't help you because that's just a straight attack roll. It's versus armor class.
I don't know what any of that means. Let me know when I can roll it.
Okay.
No, when they attack me. But if it goes and it attacks me, then I can roll this, right?
Nope.
I'm very confused.
It's good for
When I go
when
to
you
attack someone else. Got it.
or you make a save, or you make a skill check. Sorry.
I meant save. Oh, but these guys wouldn't because
Right.
they're not magic throwers.
Right.
I sense. Got it. Then I will use it next time.
So, one of the creatures appears to, in the process of trying to get out of the way, throw itself further into the way, and seems to take a lot more damage than the other two.
Darn.
That's,
Fireworks.
That's what
I-
rolling a 1 on your
Nice.
save does.
I'll tell Athgarr fireworks, and then as the girls come out, I'll scream fireworks, fireworks.
Okay. At this
Can I come
point,
out?
they all hold on. Now it's their turn. At this point, they all charge.
Ah. Like it. Jesus criminy.
Yeah, this is not going to be good.
You think?
So let's see. It's 4 and 4 and 2 that are up in the air.
In the air?
In terms of who they're attacking. So, it... oh, that's right, that one. Okay. So, let's see.
This is not gonna go well. Boom. Glad you go last there, healer.
Yeah, except she's not out of the mansion yet.
Well, she can
And she'll
revivify.
be...
On his turn, but we didn't.
Hmm?
Athgarr was able to get out on his turn, but we couldn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, you're coming out of the mansion, like one person per round, and it's going in initial order. So the next person out will be Tasha.
And the only reason it was initial order is because I said I went first.
Yeah. All right, so let's see here. There we are. Oof. So, Zorith, one of them tries to bite you and just barely misses. One of them bites you and succeeds. One of them tries to claw you and misses completely. Another one tries to claw you and misses. Another one tries to bite you, comes close but misses. And then the one all the way to the north pulls out a bow and tries to shoot you with an arrow and misses very badly. So that was what, like one bite got you?
Yeah.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And after you roll, but before I tell you if it succeeds or not, you may choose to use that die, depending on what you roll. You know, so if you roll low, you may go ahead and use the inspiration die and add it.
That is a natty 18
That's not low.
plus, what was it? This is Constitution. Plus 8, so 26.
Okay. You take
I'm not going to use it.
1 point of damage.
Okay.
Wow.
That's it?
That's pretty lucky.
Damage 1.
Yep.
And I whip my head around to see what they do. to Athgarr.
All right.
I whip my hair back and... Oh, sorry.
Well, he got bit twice. For 11 points of damage. Oops, that's the wrong box. And he needs to make 2 dex saves. Or 2 con saves. Wow. And he failed both of them. Make a perception check, Zorith. Since you're watching.
Natty 18 again, and perception plus 6, 24.
You watch as these creatures sink their teeth into him on either side, and you see him physically wither a little bit.
Oh no.
Draining life, draining life, draining life. A little bit or a lot bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay.
You to answer your question, you could do something inside the mansion if you knew there was something going on outside the mansion.
Well, the door's open because they're going out. I would imagine we can hear all this.
All right. Perception check from the people that are still in the mansion.
And I have been screaming.
Ooh, Nat crack on.
Right, but sound does not come through the doorway.
Natural 20 for 33.
Okay. What'd you get?
30.
Okay.
18.
All right. Aribell and Tasha, you are able to see through the rippling energy of the doorway that Athgarr and Zorith have been mobbed by something.
Ooh. You're under attack.
Yep. So, top of the round, second round. Let's see what we can do here.
So can we take and do anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
can
your
I-
niche.
So it's my niche. Can
No,
I
it's
go af-
Athgar's niche.
But I mean, the other round, we didn't get to.
You said that I was next out.
Yes, but Athgarr goes before you.
If they want to buff, they can buff on their turn if they see.
Yeah.
So let them finish that. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you wanted to do, Pam? Was buff?
Yeah, just if we, because we right, it's still this first round. If we knew what was going on, we could cast stuff before we came in preparation. I guess I was thinking.
Round?
Yeah, we're in.
Buff.
Yeah, so the first round you could cast something preparatory from
Right.
within the mansion.
Yes.
And Gwen, you're like,
What are we doing?
why are they casting spells all of a sudden?
Okay. I'm gonna cast Aura of Light
Okay.
because it moves with me.
I don't have any buff spells.
You don't have any buff spells?
Nope.
Interesting. I do not yet. I have 0.
I should work on that, probably.
I mean, there's only so many things that some of us can do.
I know. But I
Bards do have the. Bards do have some buff spells they could do.
Correct.
Are you in charge of the mansion?
Yeah.
Well, it stays up regardless. I mean, it's
She
up
could
for
drop
24
it.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't dispel.
Can she not dispel it?
Oh, if I'd thought of that, I'd have dispelled it instead of casting my thing, but I didn't think of it before I cast
Oh,
the
yeah,
spell.
she can end the spell, I think. Let me look.
Back in.
I know you can dispel them, but I don't know about any of them.
The only thing you're in charge of right now is the mansion. That's the only thing I think of.
But I didn't think of it before I cast my other spells.
Nope, I take that back. If you want to dispel it, you can dispel it, but otherwise it's up for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think
So
of
if she dispels it, then the three of them are then
Dumped out onto the sands, yeah. Immediately.
Do you have dispel magic?
Oh.
I think I have to do it. Yeah.
Oh no,
But
it's not just canceling it. You actually have to dispel it.
Yeah.
Oh, then she can't do that. My mistake.
I forgot.
Never mind.
Just cancel it. But
All right.
I thought you could cancel it too. My mistake.
So for round 2, as I said, Athgarr goes first.
Okay.
Wow. Let's see. All right. As a bonus action, he is going to cast Misty Step.
Smart.
And reappear here. And since Tasha's not actually there and Aribell's not actually there yet, or Gwen, he is going to cast Cone of Cold. Oh no, not that. Not that level. That level. Okay, and let's see. He can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, now, they get a save, I believe. Yes. So they need to save against 17. Well, that doesn't matter, that one's still dead. As is that one. Oh, as is way that one. Alright, so 23. Okay. He managed to take out 6 of them. The only one he didn't take out made it safe. All right. Tasha, you are through the door.
Fireworks, fireworks.
Make a... what would this be? Make perception check.
32.
Okay. You come out the door, and immediately you see to your left, there are 5 of these creatures. 4 of them are surrounding Zori. One of them is spinning to face you at range in your face.
I cast Fireball.
How big of a spell is that?
3rd.
And who are you casting? Where are you casting it? Because you can't see. You don't look at the things. I'm actually in there somewhere also.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the things, but like, can I cast the 3 and not get Zori?
Yes.
Then that's what I do.
Is that how Fireball works?
It's a 20 by 20 radius. So if she plants it,
Oh,
as the center right there.
got it. I'm away. Okay.
So they get a save. It's Dex versus what?
I think it's 17 horses. Yep, Dex 17.
Okay. One made it, 2 didn't. Two of them go down as blackened heaps. One of them is badly burned, but still up.
Okay.
Okay. Gwen, you are now aware of what's going on outside. So
Finally.
if you want to cast some sort of prep spell this round in the mansion, you may do that. Yeah, like you're not out there as part of the combat yet. You will be the beginning of next round.
I wasn't expecting to be told that. I guess I'll cast invisibility
Okay.
so that I can come through without being seen.
Okay. All right. Zorith.
I'm going to figure out why my thing is not working there. Okay. I'm going to firebolt this one in front of me southwest.
So that one.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Firebolt. Firebolt. Have to roll the hit. Well, that's a 7 and 13. Dirty 20.
That will hit.
Okay, and then it is 3d10s. Eight. 3. 8. 19. 19.
It falls to the ground in a thrashing pile of ash that quickly stills.
I'm not going to waste another whatchamacallit point.
Okay.
Well, by the time they get out here, there's not going to be anybody left. That always makes me feel bad. I'll it does. I always feel bad when not everybody gets to play. I will quicken.
Okay.
I will quicken. And I will firebolt the next one as well.
Okay.
Where's quicken on my thing? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confirm. Okay. What do we got? We got 10 plus 13, 23 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm doing the one in front of me.
Right.
3, 10, 8, 21.
All right. You set parts of it ablaze, and it screams, but is still. It lashes
Still
out
lives.
and attempts to bite you.
Grrr.
Do I go before it?
Yes, if you want to cast something else in the mansion, you may.
I'm going to cast a spell magic on the mansion.
Okay.
I check 23.
Yeah, that's enough. All right. Suddenly, the two who were still in the mansion find themselves tumbling to the sands. I need both of you to make a dex save.
And you get +5. Plus. Ooh, 26.
26 as well.
Both of you come out stumbling slightly, but you keep your feet and you see what's going on. There's lots of bodies on the ground and two of these creatures still snarling and spitting and attempting to bite people. Jesus.
Yeah.
Zorith, you take 2 points of damage. That was a crit, and I rolled 2 1s.
Aww.
But you do need to make a Constitution save.
What kind of damage is it?
Piercing.
Okay.
Or no, I take that back. It's necrotic.
You take half damage from my spell.
Aww. I feel like patting them and being like, "It's okay, little guy. I know you tried hard. Your mama would be so proud of you." I rolled 18 plus, what are we doing?
Con save.
Oh, 18 plus 8, 26.
Yeah.
And +5.
That's what you got last time.
Yeah, this one, it likes to roll 18s. My dragon one. Well, it doesn't like to roll 18s, but it's rolled a couple for me.
Nice. All right.
I like it. It's a good heft.
Back to the top of the round. Athgarr is going to cast Eldritch Blast again. And again, 3 hit, 1 missed. Strikes this one and knocks it back a little bit. Tasha.
Okay, I also do Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So
Make an Arcana check,
Oh, okay.
just to notice something.
24.
You know that at your current level, when you cast Eldritch Blast, you get 3 bolts.
Mm-hmm.
You just watched Athgarr cast 4.
Yeah, I noticed that already, actually.
Okay.
That would mean that he has a higher level than me, and that pisses me off.
Yep.
All right, so
I think we knew that last fight when he helped us,
still
if
pisses
I
me
remember
off.
correct. I know,
Still-
you're not alone.
Still pisses me off. Okay, so anyway,
All right. Which one are you
gonna go for?
going to go for? The one that's right next to you?
Yep.
Okay. You got to roll to hit for each bolt.
Yeah, I know. So 28 to hit,
That will hit.
and that's 10 points. And 21 to hit,
That will also hit.
and that is also 10 points. And 22 to hit,
That will also hit.
and 4 points. So 24.
Exactly how many hit points it had left.
Weird.
So she blasts the thing into immobility, and the pieces clatter to the sands. And so, Gwen Lauren, make a perception check. You came out and you saw the ones that were left, and you know where the one that is still upright is.
Okay. So I can go?
Mhm.
Finally.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a lightning arrow.
Okay.
Let's see. So let's see, it gets a dex save of 19.
Not a chance.
Okay. Do I still have to roll to hit?
Well, does it say that you also have to make an attack roll, or just the save?
Well, it says when you make a ranged weapon attack.
Yep, so you still have to roll.
Okay. So that is I rolled a 19, so that is a 33 to hit.
I think that probably hits.
Let's see. Sorry, I gotta look back at the spell. Points of damage.
It explodes. But the creature is inside out, and it exploded.
Galaxy Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone hurt?
Athgarr is.
No.
I saw it affect him. I imagine necromatically or undead. I would know necromatically.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say that.
I would kill him.
Actually, he doesn't look wounded.
Right. But I saw him physically be decreased.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I will tell her. Sorry.
Probably not something I can fix right now.
Mm.
Aribell, make a religion check.
24.
It takes a minute, but the memory comes back of learning about the different types of undead and what these creatures were.
Mm-hmm.
These were wights. And it basically means that they consumed some of his life essence and drained it from him. And he will need a long rest to recover from that.
Yeah, the spell I put up would have prevented that, but we weren't outside, so.
Right.
I want to know how they knew where we were.
Make a history check.
Wow.
Rumble, rumble.
I don't know if that's 17.
You recall the sound of earth moving the night before when you quickly all rushed into the mansion.
Should have come out stealthier. Peeked my head out, but they still would have been waiting for us.
Well,
Next time.
if we hear something, then we'll dispel the mansion again so that we're all out at once.
Yeah. Smart. Well, I'm gonna look around. Are there any of the bodies? Are they all destroyed? I want to do a little looking at them without touching. No touching.
There.
They all still exist. Like, none of them were blown to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But, several of them are burnt. One was detonated by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Others were smashed by eldritch blasts.
Firebolted. Okay. So there's nothing really to be gleaned from them.
You may make an investigation check if you wish.
I would like to. But I'm not going to find very much. That's for sure. It's not a 1. It's a 5. Whee!
What were you looking for?
Investigation. Just see if I could glean anything from them.
Poking through the remains.
Seeing if they had any, sigils or markings. Do they look Jagravanan? Are they, I don't know. And I tell everybody that's what I'm doing, but I can't seem to find any in the pile that I'm looking at.
Okay. Athgar's kind of poking at them with his sword, and one of them, the sword snags on something, and he goes, leans down and starts picking something off the sand into his hand.
Lord love a duck.
Tasha, what'd you get? Say it louder.
31.
31. You notice Athgarr doing this and immediately start looking about on the bodies where he was poking, And for 8 of the 11, apart from the one that Athgarr already looked at, you find a decaying leather pouch that contains gold.
Huh. How much gold?
All total, you find, let me do the math in my head, 126 gold pieces
126.
between all the different bodies.
Okay.
Jeff, do I know, since I know what they are, like, will they stay dead?
As far as you know, yes.
Okay.
Basically, the creation of a wight is a sort of a one-shot.
Okay.
If they're destroyed, they're destroyed.
And what do I know about how they're how they're created?
Usually, it's a cleric or a magic user using sort of an advanced spell to create undead.
Okay.
The basic spell only creates skeletons and zombies, but the advanced spell can create more powerful undead.
Right. So given where we are, it's likely that an evil cleric, which would seem to lean towards being Jagravan, right? Unless they've been here a really long time and they predate them.
Make a medicine check.
Uh, 26.
Looking at the body of one that was smashed and not burnt or exploded, the bones show decades of age.
Okay.
So clearly they've been here for some time.
It's not a recent thing.
Right.
I'd share that these are pretty old creatures.
Athgarr puts his sword away and walks up to Tasha and holds out his hand to give her the gold that he found. The total that I gave you includes what he found. And you're muted.
We should do something with these bodies. We do not want to leave them here for the Jagravanans to know someone is ahead of them.
We could put them back in the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we do that? Dig a dig pit.
Yes.
Dig a big pit. And let's see. Do I have any low spells that would do that?
Can anyone cast Move Earth?
No.
No.
No. Nope. Nothing I have. How long will it take us to dig a decent sized hole for all of their stuff? Break it all in.
If everyone who has such a spell uses prestidigitation or whatever their equivalent is, we can do 5 square feet every 6 seconds.
All right.
Oh, so that'll be.
And since that's a cantrip,
Right.
Yeah.
in about a minute, we can dig a pit.
For
Okay.
everything.
Yep.
Pile them all together and then you guys can do it out from under them. They'll just fall in. Right.
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, but
Yeah, we're gonna have to-
you'll still have to cover them back up.
We're gonna have to.
That's fine. Just dig the hole, dump them in, and then it shouldn't take long to
We'll have to prestidigitation kind of the sand.
pack over.
Yeah, to make it look like we weren't here. We didn't step off the carpet.
Just a couple minutes then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't take very long, but
Just don't want to leave a sinus.
right. We need to take our proverbial branch and brush it behind us as to leave no tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Athgarr makes a point of collecting all the pieces that got blown off and, scattered.
Yeah, yeah.
With that, since I cannot cast prestidigitation.
Okay. Looking for all of the big pieces and small pieces.
All right. Everybody make a perception check.
27.
25.
12.
Zorith is mostly in charge of coordinating the prestidigitation, but everybody else is able
Smoothing.
to
Smoothing
find
all
the
the things.
pieces and make sure that nothing is left.
If anybody can OCD sand, it's probably me. Just saying.
Cause of fury
Yeah,
that
get
one
back
will
up on
break,
that.
that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Once we get on the carpet, I do want to, and we're up a little bit, I want to give it one more once over, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, everybody make another perception check.
32.
23.
20.
Natural 26.
Nice.
It makes up for my other piece of junk that I rolled from the last time.
It looks like no one was ever there.
Brilliant.
Plus, there is a light wind, so it's going to blow a little bit anyway.
Great.
We get on the carpet, head out.
Okay.
How close was it to the trail? How close were we to the trail?
You were just off the trail when you stopped.
Just off. Okay. Okay.
You travel throughout the day. The hills eventually give way to a rough prairie-like grassland. And go ahead.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Go on.
As you get close to evening, I need let's do Aribell and Gwen since you're in the front. Perception check, please.
25.
22.
A smell hits you. Very faint. Coming from ahead, sort of over a low hill. It smells like...
Smell that?
It smells like... unwashed, dirty.
Like the slaves did?
Yeah. And it's very faint. Do you want to hop off the carpet and scout ahead? Okay. Will you speak up?
Sorry. I'm going to cast invisibility
Okay.
and use my it's really weird. Use my boots. So I should be invisible and hovering just above the sand,
All right.
and I will scout ahead.
Okay.
Tell the others what we smelled.
As you crest the hill in front of you, it's starting to get darker because it's close to sunset. And in the distance, you can see some sort of massive structure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but definitely civilization of some sort. I don't know how close you want to get.
I want to move closer.
Okay. I think you have 10 minutes on the invisibility. So if you move 5 minutes closer.
Yep, 5 minutes closer.
Make a perception check.
$22.
What you're actually seeing is, you would say a walled compound, but it's too big to be a compound. It looks like a walled village. Maybe a large walled village. But the wood still looks relatively new. The trail leads directly up to it. It looks like there may be a couple guards, a couple people standing on either side of what looks like a gate in the wall. But every log in the wall is carved to a point at the top.
And
Do
there's
they
nothing.
look like Jagravanans?
She's not close enough to tell that.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell from the guards.
You can barely see that there's anybody there. You're still a ways off.
I will cast Pass Without Trace
Okay.
and move closer so that I can get a better view.
Okay. There are a few hills remaining between you and it. How close do you want to get?
Close enough to definitively ID whether the guards are Jagravanan.
Okay. You get to about 150 feet out. From this range, you can actually see the tops of tents inside the walls. You can see that there's a larger, higher tent that looks like it's in the middle. And the guards could be Jagravanan. They're basically wearing leather armor. They've got swords and short bows. They've got their heads wrapped.
But I can't tell.
There's nothing about them that screams, yes, I'm Jagravanan, but there's nothing about them that screams, no, I'm not Jagravanan.
Okay.
They just
I'll
look
head
like
back.
guards.
I head back at this point.
All right.
Tell the others what I've seen.
What are the rest of you doing while she's gone? Because this does take a little while.
We're just hanging out on the carpet.
We're still moving, right? Or did we stop?
Stop.
That's up to Zorith.
If she jumped up and got down to track, I might have taken us up higher.
Okay.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be like eyeballing us if you were.
Um,
Well,
then-
let me ask. I'll ask everybody. Do you want me to go higher so that we're in the sky?
Yes.
So maybe we might look like an eagle or something to someone, or do you want me to stay low-ish to the ground?
Hi.
Low. Well, it's dark-ish, so
yeah,
it might not.
it's dusky.
But we might be less observant low.
Okay. I'm gonna keep us kind of low still.
Okay. Are you still moving? Or are you
No,
gonna stay
no.
still?
So she has some place to come back to, so she knows where we are.
Okay.
We're not moving.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep watch behind us. If she's going in front of us, I'm gonna keep watch behind us. And we haven't seen any trains coming. Nobody we've seen during the day, right?
Right.
We've not seen any people on that trail.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep watch behind us if she's going in front of us.
Back, I fill them in.
Okay.
And I say, based on the smell alone, I'm guessing this is where they're dropping off their cargo.
I wonder if there's a mine or something, anything.
Well, there's a big tent in the middle. I'm not sure what that's all about. Could be a place where they hold auctions.
Yeah. Hmm.
Do you want to?
That place is too big for the 5 of us.
Oh, you're gonna have to speak up.
Absolutely right, but we could sneak in and try to blend and just look around.
Oh no.
Cannot sneak with You can't blend in with Jargravanans.
And you can't
see
sneak.
through any kind of.
The guards are probably,
Tasha? Make a history check.
$22, I think she said.
22.
The more you think about it, the more you remember that everyone that you've talked to and everything that you've read says that it's entering the Temple of Jagravana. That no one enters that city and can maintain a disguise or an illusion.
Don't know if it's the temple or if it's the people.
Right.
But we do know that when we were at the Oasis that they saw Cannith like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. It's there. We cannot go in there.
Even they'll see through even Athgar's disguise.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we know that this is where we are, and Tasha can keen mind a mapish, should we skirt this and try to go on?
No,
At
I
least-
think we should go back.
Well, to Western Aecathan, you don't think we should go around?
No, I don't because, well, I don't know.
I think-
What do you think?
I think we can send a message to Lord Tremaine letting him know that this seems to be where they're headed. That they have some sort of another outpost.
Athgarr hops off the carpet.
What are you doing?
I'm just walking to the edge of this hill. I want to see this place.
I sent a message to Tremaine.
You really want to send it directly to Tremaine?
No, I want to send it to
Aerolacus.
Aerolacus.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not too. Yeah, he stays up late, and it's not too late anyway.
Okay. We followed the we followed Joggervanans to an outpost lots of slaves not still in desert.
Do you have time to say magic is wonky though?
Magic is really wonky
Here, yes.
here.
Hopefully he knows what wonky means.
Good job. Sounds like staging grounds. Where do they go from there? What the hell do you mean wonky?
Whatever.
Okay. Not sure where they go from there. Could be Western Aecathan. Magic is sometimes painful. And it feels like there's a loud hum in the air.
I have no clue what that is. So, be really, really careful. Find out where they go from the staging ground. Let me know.
They want us to see where they go from the staging ground. So we need to go further. Sorry.
On the hilltop, you see Athgarr going through the motions of a rather complicated-looking spell.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. If he gets us caught, I'm gonna kill him.
He finishes the spell, stands there for another minute, then turns around and walks back.
What did you cast?
Legend lore.
Oh, we've seen Tasha cast that, right?
Yeah. What does it do?
It basically gives you information about something, provided it's quote-unquote legendary.
Isn't it a higher powered spell?
It is a 5th level spell, but he is a holy caster.
The divine spell for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure.
What did you find out?
It is called Ults Aru.
Gesundheit.
I didn't pick it.
Ults Aru?
Ults Aru.
And?
It is the source of evil spreading west and north.
Spreading east, west, and north?
It threatens as like a cancer. And if not cured, could infest the land.
The land of Western Aecathan?
I assume.
North.
Legend
I
lore
would-
is seldom straightforward.
If it's north and west, that means that it could affect all of Aecathan.
We're southwest of Ulm, right?
Mm-hmm.
North and west is from where you're at. North wouldn't hit anything in your part of Aecathan, as you understand the geography.
Okay.
So we don't need to find out where they're going. We need to go home and plan a siege. We're going to war.
All right. Let's go back to the
Edge.
yeah, let's go back to Thunder's Edge.
This is different than what we told Airlockus.
Yeah.
You can bring us back here, probably. Sorry.
Maybe.
I will certainly try.
The magic wouldn't be wonky where you're casting. It would be whether it affected where we ended up. Right? You didn't have any issues last time?
No, right? I didn't have any issues that I would have known of.
No-
Teleporting. Okay.
None than, the normal issues that could possibly affect the teleport.
Right.
Right.
You felt no odd fluctuations in the spell.
That's correct. I felt no odd fluctuations in the spell.
This is news for Tremaine and Bonthane. Oh, you gotta just
Yeah,
kick
you
it
guys
up.
pick up.
I don't know what the
Dragons.
problem.
It's
There we go.
I don't know. Especially if it's a war that can't involve the dragons.
Yeah.
We should ask them if they've heard of this place.
Yeah, we should. We will have to ask Gaygo.
Do we want to go up high, cross it, and see if the trail leads out somewhere else? Or are we just gonna
I think we should.
go back?
Well, at this point, it's dark.
Oh,
I understand.
That's the perfect time to do it. I mean, we won't be able to see as much, but they also won't be able to see us.
It will be difficult to see the ground and see trails on the ground.
Okay.
From a
I
height
see.
high enough to make certain that they don't detect you.
yeah, that's a good point. I think we should go back.
I can cast Pass with No Trace. Even during daylight hours, it would be very hard to see. The whole group would be protected.
How far do we?
Work when we're flying?
It puts shadows around all of us, the whole group, for up to an hour. masking all of us from detection.
Okay, so
Well, do shadows work? Would we work when we were flying on the carpet?
That's a very good question.
Because, like, if we were shadowy in the sky, shadow in the sky, I
We
can go
leave-
twice as high.
We leave behind no tracks or other traces of passage.
right, but I'm still not convinced that that works when we're flying.
It doesn't say that it doesn't. It says a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you. So there's no reason it wouldn't radiate off the ground as it does on the ground. And it covers a 30-foot area. Or creatures within 30 feet of me. Can't be tracked except by magical means. And of course we're wearing the necklaces, so we can't be tracked by magical means either.
True.
Let's see. Yeah, I would say it affects the carpet.
It specifically says companions and their things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And it affects everything in a 30-foot radius. And
what time is it?
at this point, probably 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. So we do tiny hut. We spend the night in the hut. Can we all
Or-
fit in the hut?
Or Athgarr can cast the mansion. If
Right-
he's
Oh, yeah. That's true.
If you wish.
I think that's a good idea. And we spend the night in the mansion. And then tomorrow morning at dawn, we check this out for an hour and then we teleport back.
So
What do you think?
Aribell, your face said something.
oh, sorry, I got a text. Sorry.
Oh no. So yes, you're on for that as well.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so we'll sleep.
Okay.
So Athgarr casts his version of the mansion, and a shimmering doorway appears.
No bruising, no pain.
Nope.
Okay.
We go through the mansion.
You
And
find yourself in Zagran Strofsman's house.
Interesting.
This is where you prefer to spend your time?
It provided continuity. This was where I physically spent many nights. It was empty.
All right.
There's the master bedroom that will sleep two, and the children's beds on the second floor, one each.
I'm actually fine just sleeping down here on the floor. Thanks. And I make myself a little.
Well, there are couches too.
I'm just making sure this was where my father lived.
It is
Or my
a
grand-
replica of your father's house.
Where we killed him and put him in the hole.
Yes.
This is twisted.
You do realize you had an opportunity to make it something else when you made it this way tonight. You had an opportunity to not make it this.
I always make it this.
And I point to Tasha and I point to him and I said, "You're not that stupid. You are not that stupid." And I walk away. wherever I can walk away. Can't hear you, baby.
Where's your empathy? You have to know that this would be like a nightmare for Tasha, and not much more pleasant for the rest of us.
This is where I sleep.
This is where you choose to sleep.
I am going to go make tiny hut, and I'm going to sleep in said tiny hut because I cannot sleep here.
Athgarr, do you have the ability to take this down and recast this spell?
Cast it once.
I
Is that true?
can cast it once more.
Okay, would you please dispel this abomination and recast this spell to look like the mansion we usually enjoy for our own safety and sanity, quite frankly.
I can try.
I
Please.
come stomping back into the room. I'm stomping all over. I'm angry, angry, angry.
Athgar's going to... I've asked Athgarr to dispel this.
I think Aribell has to dispel it. Because Athgarr, you don't have dispel, do you? But Aribell
that's
will,
a
I
very
know
good
she-
question. Let me look.
I know she will.
I do.
Because we don't want to do tiny hut because you don't want to be on top of the sand at all.
Right.
Athgarr dispels the mansion and dumps everybody back on the hillside.
Let's give this another try, shall we?
Even if you get nothing right as opposed to 1 floor, 5 bedrooms, a kitchen.
He knows what we usually do. You can do this.
I have my arms around Tasha.
He closes his eyes and begins casting the spell. Unfortunately, he rolled a 6 for his wisdom save. He finishes the spell and steps through the door.
Are the rest of us able to step through the door?
Yeah.
I follow him.
You step inside, and at first you think he did it because the stable kind of looks, stable-ish. And then it starts to sink in. Everything's done up in shades of gray and black. And as you step out into the main room, if Tasha's mansion were real, was a real building, and it was abandoned for about 4 or 5 decades. That's what it looks like.
Well, at least it's not my father's house. I can work with that. But there's something real wrong with Athgarr. I mean, super duper wrong.
Does he go to the living room?
Yeah.
I follow him there.
And there is a fire burning in the fireplace. The flames are various shades of gray.
Wow.
And they give off no heat.
Is he sitting on the floor?
At this point, he's just kind of standing there staring at the fire. He doesn't look happy. He looks disturbed.
Why are you disturbed, Athgarr?
This was not what I intended.
No, but you've had a rough day.
This is wrong. But it will... I suppose it will do. You will find the beds where you expect.
I'm not going anywhere. This is not okay, and it can't continue this way. Tell me what you've done.
I can't.
You have to. You must. You can't continue this way. We can't continue this way. Start from the beginning and tell me one day at a time.
I'm sorry, I can't. And he sinks down to the carpet and then curls up on his side. He's just laying there staring at the flames.
I sit on the carpet next to him. If he'll let me, he can put his head on my lap. Maybe it'll help keep the nightmares away.
He flinches at the contact.
Does he allow it?
No.
You should come back and get us because I'm still standing outside.
I'll go back out and get them.
Okay.
We come in.
Athgar's just short of catatonic. I'm going to go sit next to him so he's not alone. That's about all I can do right now. He will not talk.
You can't force him. You
No.
just have to let him know that you're there for him.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I grab a couple blankets and pillows, head for the living room.
Sorry. Would you mind very much if we slept in the same room?
Not at all.
prize that I was looking for at the end of today.
No, I understand that. Me either. But I can see why he would feel haunted every time he went to his own mansion because of it.
I think he feels haunted no matter where he goes right now.
Yes.
This is a manifestation of his psyche.
Yep. Gonna have to grade a restoration or something his butt.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He needs major healing. When we go back to Thunder's Edge, we need to find us
We could always
big cleric.
we could always go to the sanctum.
You know, that's not a bad plan.
We could always go to the sanctum and have somebody big take care of some things.
Let's go to the sanctum and then go to Thunder's Edge. I like that plan.
We are not talking in their area. Her and I are walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you were headed upstairs to...
Yeah, this is not a
Hey,
conversation for his ears. We'll talk with Aribell. She's already gone up to bed. We'll talk with Aribell before we go to bed. And I think we should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we have to talk to his Ranro master person.
I don't care.
We'll figure it out. Because
Yeah.
this is not good. This is definitely not good
He is in much worse shape
than we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You make it to the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
Which room do you go to?
Whichever one is available that's got a big enough bed for the two of us, or
Well,
Yeah.
it's laid out exactly in terms of room structure the
Room
way
5.
Tasha's was.
whatever.
5. Bedroom 5.
Okay. Everything in here looks musty, but it doesn't smell musty.
That's fine.
And
I prestidigitation all the bed and everything and make it all clean.
yeah,
Would you like me to lay with you, or I can lay on the floor?
I think, yeah, I would like you to lay with me. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not a problem. I fluff up the pillows, make them all super floofy. I go to a couple other bedrooms and steal their pillows and bring them back and make them all extra floofy.
Oh
the
my
other
gosh.
bedrooms look exactly like this one.
Of course they do. That's fine.
I pass out. That was way more than I wanted.
And we go talk to Aribell, and
Yeah, before I pass
Aribell
out. Yeah.
Aribell suggests taking him to the sanctum and Father Dilbus. So that's probably where we would probably go.
Yeah.
Not telling anybody and just being like, surprise, we're here. I mean, we'll tell Father Dilbus, but we may not tell Gwen, and
No, we'll
unless
tell-
we can tell her in the morning without him.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. But between the four of us, we will figure him out. And I know he's not going to want to give it up. He's not going to give up this comfort of self-flagellation, but it's not safe for him or others. So he may protest.
He's
But,
fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe he's realizing that he's not fine because this is not what he was trying to do with this spell.
I'm guessing not.
You have noticed one thing as you wandered through the mansion. Whereas Tasha's mansion has birds everywhere, there's nothing.
Right.
There are
Yeah.
no servants.
Not that you've seen.
Mm-mm. No.
Wow.
Why would there be? No.
Wow. All right.
We will go to
Well,
bed.
We will go to bed, and in the morning, we will deal with all of this. But first, we need to go
To the
check
sanctum.
out. Well, no. Before we go to the sanctum, we still need to go and see if we can find out where they go from here, and
Yeah.
then we can go to the sanctum.
Okay.
All right.
And then I pass out.
Regardless of the way the environment looks, it does serve the same purpose, and you are all able to complete a long rest.
Yay!
And that's where we'll wrap it up for tonight. Next week, we'll start first thing in the morning and figure out who and what and where from there. So,
All right. That sounds good.
excellent. Nice job tonight, everybody. Well done. And thank you for joining us. It's always an honor for you to give us your attention. So take care of yourself, and we will see you next Tuesday night as we welcome you back to the lands of Aecathan.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.